How you doing, happy gang? So the other day we talked about how St. Vincent's prime minister got his head bust.
Hard for that.
And now we have some people in the BVI with some kind of big platforms talking about we need mandatory vaccinations here too. And in fact, some businesses are practicing it within their staff. Now, I am fully vaxxed, but I'm neither for nor against the vaccine. Matter of fact, I'm in full favor of natural selection. But before I give my opinion on this topic, let's listen to the opinions of the publics. Do me a favor though and slugs down the like button, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell right next to it. It is 100% free for you to do all those things, and it really does help support the channel a lot. So I posted a poll across all my social medias asking you guys if you thought that vaccinations should be made mandatory or not, and why or why not. But before we get into those results though, let's take a look at the opinion of the Grenadian Prime Minister as he talks about the same topic.
I don't believe going to Parliament and passing an act to force people to do something to save their own lives make a lot of sense.
I mean, people grown, people going to do what they want to do regardless. All you're going to be doing is making people criminals for no reason.
Some people misinterpret when I make that point. And they seem to think I'm saying that you can just go and work and nobody can tell you must vaccinate. If I have a business and vaccination is a key to protecting my business, I have a right to determine who comes in there vaccinated. That's my right. You have a right not to vaccinate, but I have a right also to protect my business.
You know what? I didn't go into that video expecting to agree with him, but that last line definitely makes a lot of sense and it's true. We always worrying about our rights and we forget about the rights of other people. A lot of people are upset at one Matt because they wanted their staff to be fully vaccinated. But if Mark Vanterpool decides that to make sure that his environment, his business, everything stays safe, he has the right to make that decision. And you have the right that if you don't want to get vaccinated, to quit. Simple. So apparently 4.4 billion people, which is about half the population of the world, has been vaccinated now. And this flyer is saying that because there's so many people that have been vaccinated, that you are not the guinea pig. We'll know for sure in 10 to 15 years.
If you or a loved one
have been affected by any effects after taking the Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, or AstraZeneca vaccines,
you may be entitled to financial compensation.
They said the Delta variant is as contagious as chickenpox. And what's fucked up is a large percentage of the population don't even remember how contagious chickenpox are because they've been vaccinated against it. Hell, that's crazy. I think by my time, the whole chickenpox thing was definitely over, and I'm pretty sure I was vaccinated for it. COVID-19 would have been over if we let these guys handle it. Are you hard? Like the rock that hit Ralph. So based on my polls, 87% of people say that vaccines should not be mandatory, while 13% says that vaccines should be mandatory. 122 people cast their vote in this poll, which means 106 people said no, while only 16 said yes. Clearly, the people have spoken and they don't want a vaccine to be mandatory. Everyone should have their own right and decision. There are other ways to build immunity. Not everyone needs the vaccine. Now, I wish you would have gone into detail and maybe listed an example, because the only way that I think you can build immunity besides the vaccine is to actually catch the virus. And if that's what you meant, then that's pretty much just natural selection. The whole point of the vaccine is to prevent that weak and sick population from dying if they did catch that virus. That's like telling a vegan to consume meat because of nutrition factors. That's like insisting that being groomed means a Rastafarian needs to cut his hair. You cannot make someone consume. You can mandate a rental commitment, paying bills, etc., but mandating to consume is a clear violation of your human and civil rights. We've seen protesters around the world getting violent because of such. If you take away civil rights, how do you expect people to remain civil? Pretty much sums up this whole argument. How can you expect people to remain civil if you take away their civil rights? It's our human right. If you want to take it, fine. If you don't want to take it, fine. Why should it be a big deal? It's not a big deal, which is why I'm in favor of natural selection. 1, people should always reserve the right of personal choice. 2, but so do governments and businesses, so they can restrict if they so please. I like that this person gave both sides of the story, and this is pretty much what the Prime Minister in Grenada was saying. People have underlying health conditions that may cause complications after the jab. Now, I understand that, but I think that if government were to make the vaccine mandatory, of course, it would be exceptions to it. I'm pretty sure that people that doctors would recommend should not take the vaccine would be exempted from doing so. I got mines, but I think it should be pro-choice. Yes, and pro-natural selection. No, because no one should talk another what they can/can't do for their body. I do wish some people were smarter and educate themselves and get vaccinated, but all in all, I wouldn't like what I can/can't do my body to be dictated. Lord, I just bust a blood vessel trying to read that. Whew. I ain't gonna call you stupid, but proofread before you send next time, please. We already have mandatory vaccines for so many diseases. What's one more? Do we? I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there are any mandatory vaccines. I know like when your child is born, you're supposed to go get them their shots and stuff, but you have a choice not to. Same with the flu shot and chickenpox shot and all that stuff. To my knowledge, it's all choice. Can't force the people to take them, to be honest. Let it be a choice. If they get sick, they get sick. Another person in favor of natural selection. So now I'm gonna give my opinion on the whole situation. And I think the main issue with this whole vaccinated stuff isn't the fact that people don't trust these vaccines or whatever. I feel like the issue is the rollout. It all feels super forced. I know we all can relate to this scenario. You walk past the kitchen, you see that there's dishes in the sink, and you think to yourself, I need to wash those dishes. So you set a time in your head. All right, 30 minutes from now, an hour from now, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna wash those dishes. But first, I'm gonna go watch one episode of my favorite TV show. Somebody else, like your mom, dad, whoever, passes by, sees the same dishes, and tells you, you need to go wash those dishes. You already planned in your head that in 30 minutes, I'm gonna go wash those dishes. Now the fact that you told me to do it makes me not wanna do it anymore, because now if I get up in 30 minutes to go wash those dishes, it's gonna look like I'm washing it because you told me to wash it and not because I already wanted to wash it. What I think governments should have done was say, hey, this vaccine is available, maybe advertise it once in a blue moon here or there, and that's it. Not this constant campaigning. And I can confirm that many people, when I ask them, why haven't you taken the vaccine yet? They all say that it feels like they're forcing me to take it. And because it feels like they're forcing me to take it, it makes me feel like I can't trust it. Like something must be wrong. It must have some sort of hidden agenda. And I can't fault them for thinking that way, because that's the way it feels. And I'm not anti-vaccination. I'm fully vaccinated. But I relate to the other side of the argument. Find out from your doctor if the vaccine is right for you. Do you have any underlying health problems, whatever? Your doctor would know. And then we'll be able to advise you properly. And that's where you should be getting your advice from. Not me on this YouTube channel, not even the governments, nobody. Just talk to your doctors. After all this bullshit, we better be in the next fucking 5. And you know what? That's where we're gonna leave this video. So if you enjoyed this video and you want your opinion in the next video, you should go follow me on Instagram or Twitter. The links will be in the description below. That's where I post all the polls, and you can also interact with me there. I'm very responsive most of the time. It also turns out that most of my viewers are not subscribed. So do me a favor and smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a video, and because you just wanna support me. Thanks in advance. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.
You're invited to the